TV. And now it's time for this afternoon's edition of Children's GBC with George Buxton. And will he have a good Christmas as much as George will be? Well, let's find out.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Children's GBC on a fine Tuesday afternoon. So that you know, there are now only 2 more days to go until Christmas, because we're on 23rd of December today, and we have some great programmes coming your way. Now, if you remember, earlier on this morning, when George Buxton has done episodes 6 to 7 earlier on, well, you're in for a big treat. Now, because we have 2 episodes, not back to back, but we're just broadcasting 1 episode each, because they're only mainly like for 5 minutes. So, here we go with the first one. and it's episode 8, and I think Dill is opening up his new restaurant. But will it go according to plan? Well, let's find out.
I wonder what sort of a day it is today. Give him matches.
And that was The Adventures of Parsley. And mind you, Dill's restaurant sometimes can be a bit of a disaster, but at least it went very well now. And if you think that this is over, no! That's because obviously we have another episode, but this time it's all about Sage's birthday. Now, you know, Sage the Owl from the 13 episode series of The Herbs, well, he's back, but this time in Parsley's own show. Well, you'll see why as you watch this episode of The Adventures of Parsley. Enjoy.
How do you spell balaclava? Asked Parsley. Are there 2 K's or 1? B-O-N-E. I've had all this trouble measuring volumes and things.
And that was The Adventures of Parsley. And in fact, that's 2 episodes of it done now. And I'm pretty sure we'll have some more probably after Christmas, no doubt. Because the reason for that, because as I said just earlier on, 2 days until Christmas. So anyways, speaking of Christmas, now if you think that George Buxton has already introduced the very first Borgia Badger Christmas special, which is We Wish You a Bashy Christmas, well, we got another one in stock. But this time, I think it's going to be all about mashing the halls. Now, in which when Simon Bodger had to help the Grahams to paint their daughter's bedroom. Yeah, obviously, because the daughter is such well, you could say she's a spoiled daughter of the Grahams. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Graham. Yeah, you'll just see why as you watch this animated special created by none other than my good friend George Buxton has done. Here it is, the Bodger and Badger animated special, Mash the Halls. And as they say, mash the halls with balsa, mashed potato, fa-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. I didn't mean that. Anyways, here's this special edition.
Everybody knows Badger loves mashed potatoes. To shapes and eats them every day. Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger. La 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 la. Bodger and Badger.
Dreadful! Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful! Hello, Simon. What's up? It's Christmas Day. Badger! I know it's Christmas Day. I'm Badger. Never felt this better in my life. Even when it's Christmas. What about some Christmas mashed potato then? Merry Christmas!
Everywhere he goes, Bodger always knows. Badger, his badger mates, is never far away. Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger. La 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 la
Badger animated specials. Now, so that you know that we do have a lot of Christmas themed programs, and of course we will be having another episode of Bodger and Badger, because I think that this will be the last animated special, which is an Italian Christmas, which will be coming up, which is either on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. Probably Christmas Day, no doubt. So yeah, that's that. And of course, don't forget that we will be having a TV episode of Bodger and Badger as well, because I think it does say Mashy Christmas, everybody. So that's that. So yeah, the next programme now it's going to be about Sooty and Co. And it's a Christmas special from 1996. Oh, and if you think that Matthew was dressing up like a lady, well, that's just what happens when you are wearing woman's clothing. I mean, it's not like there's sheeps in woman's clothing as well. But you'll just see what I mean as you watch this Christmas special of Sooty and Co. back from 1996. Enjoy. Oh, and it's Sooty's Christmas panto, by the way.
Hey ho, it's Sooty and Co. Everybody say hello. There's Sooty and Sweet and of course Sue and little cousin Scampy. There'll be fun galore with the terrible four. Just you wait and see. It's Sooty and Company. Sooty and Company.
My goodness me, here's a turn up for the books. This is a sight you don't often see. A lady in my bedroom.
And just a reminder that there'll be another Christmas special of Sooty and Co. from 1997, and that's on Christmas Day here on Children's GBC. Carry on singing.
And that was Sooty and Co. Well, I'm so glad that Sooty's Christmas panto comes to the rescue. Yeah, because that was a song at the end that you probably heard. Well, I can't even remember, but anyway, that's Sooty and Co. Christmas special. And we got another Christmas special this time. Now, this time it's all about Postman Pat, as he is having a magic Christmas. And I think he still delivers some letters, but that was before Christmas Day, of course. Yeah, so can Postman Pat solve the problems at Christmas? Well, let's find out in this episode.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat thinks he's a really happy man.
What's left? Just the cat. Postman, Postman Pat, can you guess what's in his bag? Meow.
And that was Postman Pat's Magic Christmas. Yeah, because obviously, in the original series, they didn't have Christmas themed episodes, apart from snow-themed ones. So I guess that there is no point seeing those episodes if they're not Christmassy. Get it? It's no point. But anyways, now let's move on from Postman Pat and on the way to the Tots Cottage now in Tots TV. And in today's episode, they are going to be having a look at Christmas decorations. And I'm pretty sure that the Tots will be more excited to see Santa Claus. You know, especially if I do this. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Kidding. But anyways, here's Tots TV anyway.
2,
2,
3. Tots TV.
I'm a tot.
Je suis une Tot TV.
Tom.
Tiny.
We're the Tots on Tots TV. 1, 2, 3, blue.
Was Todd's TV. Yeah, mind you, the Christmas decorations look very pretty. Yeah, pity they didn't get to see Santa though. But I think they got presents though. Yeah, but anyways, that's Todd's TV for you. So anyways, now here's the next programme now. Now, if you remember last year, that was back on Children's GTV for when we presented that very particular episode that you will be seeing. Well, you'll be very pleased to know that we got Henry's Cat. And in today's episode, that's when I will be rescuing a certain Santa that's been kidnapped. Or should I just say, Santa napped. Get it? Because Santa sometimes takes a nap after Christmas Eve. Ho, 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 ho. Enjoy.
Henry's, you must know Henry's Cat.
You must have seen the movie, you must have read the book. He's a mellow yellow feline, so take a second look. He knows everything about nothing, and not too much about that. So if you know someone who knows what he knows, then you must know Henry's Cat.
It was the night before Christmas. Henry's cat, the world-famous detective, and his assistant, Chris Rabbit, sat watching a very good program. Everyone?
Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone!
Henry's, you must know Henry's Cat.
You must have seen the movie, you must have read the book. He's a mellow yellow feline, so take a second look. He knows everything about nothing, and not too much about that. So if you know someone who knows what he knows, then you must know Henry's Cat. Then you must know Henry's Cat.
Ho, ho, ho! And I sure hope that you enjoyed watching Henry's Cat. Well, where Henry's Cat has rescued me. Ho, ho, ho! Just kidding. Oh, and don't worry, I've already done the Henry Cat's impression earlier on, just before the programme begins. So yeah, that's Henry's Cat, the mystery of a missing Santa. But I'm so glad Santa was alright. But there was one enemy who got kidnapped Santa. It was Major Barbar. Yeah, he's such a bad guy, alright. So anyways, the next programme now, it's going to be Paddy the Bear. Now I know it's not a Christmas special, but hey, it is something to do with Christmas after all. And today, Paddington goes Christmas shopping. And I wonder if he's going to get anything for his, well, you could say if he's anything getting from the Brown family. Well, let's find out.
One day, Mrs. Brown left Paddington outside Crumbold and Ferns.
And the Christmas shopping. Yeah, well, what Drawbridge has already told me that Paddington had to get something nice to his Aunt Lucy in Peru. Now, anyways, the next programme now I know it's not an episode, but hey, it is a Christmas programme after all. So here we go with the Foxy Christmas Story. and I wonder if a red fox was trying to get a hold of presents for himself. Well, let's find out. Ah, what a lovely Christmas they're having. Yeah, because it was made by stop motion animation. Yeah, because must be coming all the way from a southern country. But anyways, that's the Foxy Christmas story. So now moving on from an awe side and moving on to a much cuter side. Now, here we go with an episode of Titch. And today, he's only trying out to help Dad to sort out a Christmas tree. But of course, I don't want to go into details though, but you'll soon see why he's only helping in this episode of Titch.
My brother and sister think I'm very small, but I'm growing a bit every day. And when I'll be big, I'll be good at the games that they say I'm too little to play. My brother and sister are bigger than me, but I'll keep on growing and then they'll see that I can do everything all on my own. They won't have to help me because I'll have grown.
Isn't it exciting, Titch?
Every day, 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 every day,
And that was Titch. Well, mind you, now I'm pretty quite certain that Titch only did his best to help his family, including his dad. Although Dad, Peter and Mary didn't want Titch to help, so he had to go and help his mum in the kitchen instead. I think he was only wrapping up his present for Tail Cat. Yeah, that's what you've already seen now. So the next programme now is going to be Bump, the baby elephant, and today there's going to be a Christmas story of Bumps. And will Bump have a good Christmas? Let's find out.
Birdie sings the sweetest things. Bump the elephant isn't quite as eloquent because the sound gets tangled round in his trunkety trunk. But every elephant, I suppose, learns to cope with his nose in his element as he goes. Trump, trump, trumpety trump. Birdie skips and never trips. Bump the elephant isn't quite as elegant because his feet are not so neat. Clump, clump, clumpety clump. But every elephant as he grows tries to keep on his toes in his element as he goes. Bump, bump, bumpity bump. Bump.
Bump the elephant. Bump's Christmas story.
Everyone sing, sing, sing for Santa under the Christmas tree. Come on and sing, sing, sing for Santa. Won't you join hands with me? Everyone sing, sing, sing for Santa under the Christmas tree. Under the Christmas tree.
And that was Bump's Christmas story. So yeah, Bump did manage to have a good Christmas after all. Yep, and I agree to Bump that we all like to celebrate Christmas every year, but certainly not every day, because that would be awful. Now, anyways, the next programme now, and it's going to be the Chuckle Vision, and today they're in the spot of Messy Christmas. And I don't know why they call it Messy Christmas, but whatever it is, and let's just say in a most, and don't worry, no dogs allowed in this one, so because it's obviously the Chuckle House, and as they say, to me, to you, to me, to you, or should I just say, to ho, to ho, to ho, to ho, to ho. Yeah, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Hey, who called me a filthy animal? Now, anyways, here's Chuckle Vision.
Where are you going? Very
Lost
good.
your prize. Lost your prize. I know, but how working on this machine of mine is going to revolutionise.
I don't know. What's my line?
I know that. Better than if you're going to be, yes.
It's gone very well till then.
And that was the Chuckle Brothers. Yeah, indeed, they are had a very messy Christmas, all right. Right, anyways, now we're moving on to the last programme now. At this time, we're moving on to pizza. And in today's episode, it's all about moving house. Now, yeah, we're back to normality, by the way, just to finish off this slot. So, and I wonder what Simon and Caitlin are up to. Well, you'll soon find out in this episode of Pizza.
Bits of this, bits of that. Put them all together and what you got. Bits and pieces, bits and bobs. Put them all together, what a lovely job. With strings and things and carbon glue. You can do whatever you want. Bits of this, bits of that. Bits and bits and bits and bits and pieces.
Oh, no.
And just a reminder that there'll be another episode of Pizza, which is only going to be happening after Christmas. And I would like to say to them, Merry Christmas. But I'm sure we've got a concluding part to get through. Right, carry over the music.
And that was pizza, yeah, because what I didn't know, that as you probably see just before the end credits, I think that's more likely a boat. So I guess that's why it's called Moving House, for odd reason. But anyway, so that's pizza. And there you have it. That's pretty much all the programmes that we got for today on Children's GBC. And don't forget, 2 more days until Christmas. And of course, me and Drawbread, however, will be back again on Thursday. Now, because the reason why we're doing Thursday, because Thursday obviously is Christmas Day, isn't it, George?
Yeah, it is, yes.
Yeah, I thought as much. So, yeah. And now I know it's a bit 2 days early, but I'm going to say it anyway. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, and a Happy New Year. Sorry, it's just a crisp rabbit thing. Anyways, that's it now. And of course, we'll be back again on Thursday very soon. And we'll see you soon for the Christmas edition. Bye!
You're watching GTV, And now it's time to head on down to the cottage of the Muppets now in The Bernie Show. And today, Bernie meets a certain Sibby, but instead he was called a Soppo. Well, you may have heard of Sibby, right? But have you ever heard of a Soppo? Well, let's find out as we watch this episode. And I'd like to point out that this show may contain strong language, which some viewers may find it offensive. Enjoy.
This is the small house where everything is peaceful there. Everything is all wonderful up until one day something strange happens. Those pesky Muppets just turned up. So, here comes the Bernie gang, crazy and laughs. They do some stuff as what they can do. Bernie, Yo Bro, Daddy Punch, and so many others. He and his mates all knew what's coming. The gags, the craze, something that everyone can't lie to make them laugh. So, because of their own silly lives, it's all happening here on The Bernie Show! The Bernie Show.
Core blimey, and that from Canada. I can't even believe that I got that early. Fuck's sakes.
Okay, for fucking up, for fucking bitch.
Anyway, let's all go.
Master, stop it, microphone. Please stop it now.
Well, it's that time again to see.
To remind you that there'll be another episode of The Bernie Show, which is only going to be happening after our lunchtime slot, which is only happening on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. But I'm sure we got a good program coming up next, though. And yes, you guessed it, Neighbours, and that's next here on GTV.
You thought the fun should never end, but you wish that all came true. But here's one thing just for you. Just by adding the birds and the bees, and mix that in with the garden and the daylight and the moonlight. But don't forget to bring in some Bernie too. So we sing the Bernie blues, and that's there for all of us to know. Hell yeah!
Oh, blooming heck. This song is louder than I am.
And now on GTV, it's now time for today's episode of Neighbours. Woo! Oh no! It's a ghost! Two turtles!